here we are again.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. You excited, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I appreciate you spending time with me one more time.
Dude, glad to be.
I see you came prepared.
There ain't much left in this one.
You got to know where you're at.
Even if I am nursing it, it still ain't enough.
Awareness. Hey, don't say nursing it. I've had to mitigate myself recently. I've had to learn. I have limits.
Yeah.
I have limits. But yeah.
It's a good lesson.
How's life been treating you?
Busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, very.
I understand that. Well, good thing? Good thing?
Yeah.
Question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of it.
Good. I know it's a hard job you do, my friend. It's not the easiest thing to day in and day out.
Some days are easy. Some days
Not so
suck.
much. Yeah. A lot of reading, a lot of burying yourself into books, and
Not really. Not on my end. Like, thankfully, Cody does a lot of that.
shout out Cody. Met
Yeah.
you earlier today. Good man.
My boy.
Seemed
Took
like
me
cool
a year and
guy.
a half to get him.
He seemed like a really cool guy.
He's a good one.
He seems like a good one.
I'm more the trials where I work, so I'm more the idea, the concept, the whatever guy.
Right.
And it's great, it's fun. Then you got to figure out how to back them up.
I understand that.
But
Hey, if we're under 90 seconds or so, I think
so
we're
that's
good.
fair.
I think we're good.
Thank you all.
That might be an intro, actually.
There you go.
It's a good song.
Yeah. No, the kids I got that I'm appointed to, that gets hard. That's
No,
the
I can
problem.
imagine.
I've had a couple of those today turn into dumpster fires.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate your good works.
Yeah,
Like,
thank
I
you.
know you're out there fighting the good fight. That's a
I
fair.
try.
That's a
I
fair
try.
assumption on my end. I know.
Well, take care of them and then go twist a knife in some insurance companies and I'll be
There
good.
you go. When's the last time you got out to the golf course?
Me and Connor played, I don't know, early March, maybe.
Cool.
Yeah.
We got to get you back out there.
Yeah,
man.
it's been a while.
We got to get you back out there.
Yeah.
I know me, you, and Andy and Cole, like we had talked about earlier. I know that was last year sometime. Dude, that was a blast.
We had a good time.
We really did.
I hate I couldn't make it out when y'all went back out.
Well, it wasn't but once, because
I thought y'all three went and played some more.
just once.
Okay.
We only made it out one more time. I tried to get Andy actually earlier today.
Yeah.
Today, actually. So I made it out to the links myself. Had a good day. It was fun. I had way more bogeys than birdies, but I had a good time. That's all that matters.
Yeah, good time.
Oh,
If we were any good, they'd be paying us to play.
I'm telling you. Speaking of sports, you keeping up with any of the
Is that right?
NBA finals or?
Not really.
Okay. Just curious.
I mean, I check scores, but that's kind of it.
I'm a stats guy, and only when people are doing incredible things, I get notifications.
Mhm.
And I think the Joker, Nikola Djokovic,
Mhm.
I think is his name, is joining ranks with like Chamberlain and people like that for amount of triple doubles.
Yeah,
in final playoffs or
yeah,
something
like I saw
that.
it this morning of some.
What a stat, dude!
You're right. Well, whatever it was he did. Yeah, I saw that and I thought, oh, okay. I didn't realize that we were in the finals yet. And pulled up my little ESPN thing. Okay, well, I wonder where the series is. I went, shit, Lakers down 4-0.
Yeah, but
And, oh, okay. So
yeah,
there's
but
that.
They came in gunning.
Damn.
So that's been a.
That's King James just got taken down in a sweep too.
Think he'll stay?
I don't know. I mean,
He was asked after the finals or after the semifinals, I guess is what it would be, and he had that the end of the day comment. He was like, I got a lot to think about, and he left it open. So it's going to be money, I'm sure. It's going to be
well, and
who's where.
so twofold. One, I know we harp on, you're just doing it for money. Yeah, okay. Wave $400 million in front of any of our faces and say we
Bro,
won't
I'm
do
there.
whatever, right?
I'm there.
No loyalty to shit. You want me to go to Miami? I'll be in Miami.
I'll
You
be in
want to go to Cleveland? I'm in Cleveland. But we also got spoiled by like Jordan being with the Bulls his whole career. Shit like that. Like we got spoiled for that.
Legacy players.
And it's not very often that happens.
The other one that comes to mind for me right now is the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
Like he is a career. They actually had a petition recently. I think in Portland they was like trade Damian or something like that. Or no, some fans were saying that he needed to be traded, and he went on Twitter and was like, "Y'all want me out of here? Sign the petition. Like y'all put a petition together and get me up out of here, and that's the only way I'm leaving."
Jesus.
That's pretty cool though.
No, like don't get me wrong. I hope Trey turns into a Hawks guy.
Ever since he
his
got
career.
here, man, I've really wanted his
such a-
career to skyrocket because he's so good and he gets crapped on a lot.
He's good. He's also like a great ambassador for Atlanta. Like anything that's going on, Falcons, Braves, hell, Dogs, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like if it's Georgia, he's there and he's part of it.
I didn't know that. That's super cool. Is he originally from here?
Nope.
I didn't know that.
I don't know. He's from like Oklahoma, I think.
How about that?
So he's,
That boy can ball. I know that.
Oh, he's so much fun to watch.
That boy can ball.
The one game I went to this year, after the game, we won, thankfully. After the game, everybody else goes to the locker room, right?
Mhm.
You look down, Trey's on the sideline signing jerseys and shoes and shit for the kids that are standing there waiting on him.
That's the type of human.
Yeah.
That's a good
He's
dude.
a good dude. And not just any jersey, like his. He's taking his stuff off, signing it and handing it to the kids.
He's donating to charities right there. Like
Yeah.
he's giving people lifelong
Yeah,
investments, basically. That's cool, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
appreciate folks that do stuff like that.
They're good ones to watch.
And the sports world as a whole has such a rap with because it's under such scrutiny. Like if especially if you go like NFL or, I'm not going to overlay politics. There was a joke recently. The guy came on and I'll just punchline it. The guy came on and was like, I'm going to read this to you. And I think he was in front of Congress and he was like, do you think this is the NBA or the NFL or the MLB? And he goes through this litany of like issues, and he's like, these are actually state representatives and Congress members or something like that.
I remember that.
But neither here nor there. I was just wanted to.
It was quite funny when you saw it.
Well, it crossed my mind, and I was,
Yeah, because he was like, number of DUI arrests, number of domestic violence, or, whatever. Yeah.
He was roasting, and I was like,
Oh,
where's
God.
this going? Why are we talking about sports right now? I don't understand. But he had a point.
Slow burn.
Mm.
God, speaking of,
Got me with it.
have you seen the recruiting we've landed this week?
Mm-mm.
Oh, my God. I think, maybe last week, too.
We're talking Georgia? Okay.
We are. Dylan Raiola. Not only is he the number one quarterback in the country, he's the number one overall
Ooh.
in the country. Coming in class 24. He is attempting, from what I can gather from his Twitter, that he's trying to go get that 5-star wide receiver that's committed to Ohio
So they can
State,
link
flip
up.
and come back down, because he has said he wants to play with Dylan. We just landed he's 3-star right now, but he's rising. Tight end, I think, for 24. But even as a 3-star, he's got offers by us, Bama, Ohio State, Notre Dame.
Highly so.
Yeah, I mean, this kid's going
The
to be
potential is there.
Easy 4-star.
Yes.
We just got today, I think, one of the top linebackers in the class and one of the top offensive linemen in the class. Like, weird.
Kirby Smart
God.
has the playbook for recruiting. Ever since he got there, bro, it's been a constant scale, just upwards, just upward trends.
Yep.
How long do you think we'll run this thing in the upper echelons of like Alabama football territory, where people are like legacy football? Georgia's got, because I ain't gonna lie to you, it seems like we're there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying we're national championship every single
Right.
year. I'm not that guy.
We're in contention.
But we're contenders every season,
As
no
long as
doubt.
we got Kirby.
As long as we got Kirby.
And we might have him for 10 years.
You think it won't be an NFL team come in and throw a couple hundred
He's
million?
already been there. He don't want to go back.
Oh yeah, fair.
He
That's fair.
He went to the Dolphins.
I didn't
and
think about that. That's fair.
Well, Kirby loves recruiting, right?
Yep.
You can't recruit
Can't
in the
do that.
NFL.
Yep.
You deal with what you get.
Yep.
Nah, he don't want that shit.
He's living the high life, bro.
Oh, man.
He's
He is
living
living
it.
Athens.
He's
Oh,
living it,
God,
dude.
man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, making shit, what, 6.5, 7 mil a year, easy.
I feel like I've heard that before about Athens as a whole, is that the coaches that come through love being there so much that even after retirement, like it's a city they return to, or it's one that they
At one time,
Love.
every one of our living head coaches was living there.
until Rick went back to Miami. Where is he still in Miami?
I think he still has a house in Athens.
I wouldn't doubt that. I mean, he's got a legacy in and of itself,
Mhm.
being a Bulldog.
Oh, great.
And always will have a home there.
God,
like,
yeah,
people
man.
love Mark.
Great dude.
Great. Exactly. That's
I got-
what everybody says.
no
He's
beef
a great
against
guy.
him.
Great guy. Wanted more championships, but
Well, I agree it was time to move on,
yeah.
but a great guy.
Kirby
problem
would
with
come
him.
through with the hard hammer, bro. Like, is it the next era of Saban? Do you think he is Saban 2.0 kind of deal? Like, the playbook is there from what he learned in that day, or is he just a bulldog through and through, and he's running a Vince Dooley / new recruiting age football camp?
I mean, you hate to say he's Saban 2.0. He's Kirby. He's his
that's
own
very
guy,
true.
right?
Yeah, that's very true. But he was, that lineage, because he was the first one to honestly topple the king.
Right.
Because Saban had the long-running thing where he had always dominated all of his underlings, or the ones that had studied under him, and Kirby was the first one to ascend
That high, yes.
Yes, and
there was I think 2 that did it before him. Jimbo was one. I can't remember who the other one was. Maybe Kiffin. I don't think it was Kiffin.
I remember Muschamp was under him, but he went to South Carolina, and I think they had a rough year or 2 under him.
They didn't beat him when Muschamp was there, I don't think.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, hell, he's a dog.
Yes.
Him and Kirby played together.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like he's back at Georgia, if I'm not mistaken.
He's our defensive coordinator.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about that? I'm remembering sports style. Y'all would be proud of me. I'm actually not that deep into. I love sports. Love sports. I'm more of the what I can see and feel guy.
Yeah.
So I'm like at the T-ball field. Speaking of which, we just finished up T-ball this week.
Nice. How'd it go?
Cheers to the River Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Yeah, go Dogs. We did good, man. Like, it's so much fun working with kids of that age because they're so willing to learn. It's just gathering their attention. That's the hard part. 4, 5 years old.
I had to go to a T-ball game.
Oh, yeah.
Last year. The youngest, I don't know if there's age groups in T-ball or not.
Yeah.
If there is, it's like the youngest one possible.
Yep.
Somebody needs to record a T-ball game and then overlay a play-by-play commentary over it. Very much not safe for kids.
Yeah.
Commentary.
Yeah.
Would be hilarious.
Oh, I guarantee
Because
it.
one of my idiot friends was back there with me watching his kid, and he's just like kind of doing it.
Cackling,
Oh,
bro.
dude, I was rolling in the dirt laughing. It was so damn funny. I'm like, you should
This is
record
content.
This, oh
This
my
is content.
God, man. Like, I mean, you know it. You've seen them. You got one.
I have one.
It's like turning a bunch of damn chickens loose in a yard. It's just.
I call it wrangling cats.
Yeah.
Wrangling cats is what I always tell people I'm going to do.
Now imagine doing the play-by-play for that.
I could have fun with it. People
Would
would
be
definitely have a
hilarious.
problem with the things I said, for sure.
Well,
But that's the joke. It's the joke.
That's
It's
the
the
joke.
joke. It's part of the fun. But yeah, I could definitely see that being great content. But we finished strong. We started out, I mean, at that age, they all start out like having no idea about the game. Like, it's just all brand new. So my goal is by the end of the season, which I think we accomplished this year, shout out Reed Holland, my coach. He and I was out there getting it done this year, trying to teach them like where the bases are. And when they ended the season, they kind of had positions, and they weren't toppling over each other. Like, we looked well put together. We did for a bunch of 4 and 5 year olds. You know what I'm saying?
So good.
I'm talking highly of them. They did great. I didn't get hit with a bat all year. That's another accomplishment
That's
of mine.
positive.
I didn't get smacked with a bat. And only one, I think, laid down and cried on me all year. I think
That's a bigger accomplishment
Yes,
than the
dude.
bat thing.
Well, I genuinely try. Like, I get down on their level, and I'm like, come on, man, we can have a good time. You can do this. I try to be encouraging. I try not to harp on them and be like, suck it up. Let's go. Yeah, they're like 4 and
There are
5.
people that do that?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Dude.
insane.
Dude. No. There are
Fucking
some people out there.
4-year-olds.
There are some folks. Like, it's just a different generation of people. We could talk about that for a minute because I know
Sure.
well. Because I love my dad to death. My dad's from that generation. I had like, slap you upside the head, bow, get it together, that kind of stuff. So, and he was all in good love. Like, he
Right,
wanted me to
right.
be better. Today's someone would probably call defects or something. Be like, he's out here hitting kids, but it's not what it was. It was just,
But then you'd give me more work. Please don't do that.
see, we're not trying to do that.
Don't give me more work.
We don't want to give you more work. So we're out, like, I come from that understanding of tough love generation. And there are still some out there that I guess expect that or have that mentality moving. And
Sure.
but these kids are not the same. I don't know. I feel as though the generation that I am working with now, it's not that they're smarter than previous generations in such a capacity that it'd be like, oh, these 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds are 10 times smarter than 4 and 5-year-olds from 10 years ago. But I can say they're empathetic. When I'm like, they do understand emotion, and I can get them to understand that and be like, look, man, I need you to do this. That you can do well. This is an encouragement. Whatever. Get up here, hit the ball. Your mom and dad are watching. Let's get this done. Instead of being like, you're making us all wait. Come on, let's get this together. Slap you upside the head. Come on, kid. That kind of stuff.
Don't smack the children.
I don't smack kids. I try my best. Well, unless they're my own. I love my kids. Every once in a while, you just got to power bomb one of them, show them what's up. But it's okay. Like we all.
So the number to the local defects office is
My kids still make it to school every day. They're fine. I make them wear
hit
long
them with
clothes.
the phone book. So
I make
you
them wear
can't
long
see it.
clothes. Yeah, you can't tell. I love my kids. I don't beat my kids. Not at all. This is a joke, people. This is a comedy show. Quickly becoming. But as far as sports in a whole, like I was getting all the way back to, I feel like there's a lot of scrutiny, good and bad. Like especially on the bad side. Somebody domestic violence, usually the thing you hear about the
Very
most.
bad thing.
Can we speak to King James in that he's been in this league and has done what he's done and accomplished what he's accomplished, respectively, with 0 arrest
For the most part, yeah.
or infidelity cases that I know of?
As far as I know, he hasn't really had any
He's got a clean
major
rap.
scandal come
He's
out.
got a clean rap, bro. And I don't know if that bubble will pop one day or because how long can you stay clean at that level? Somebody has to do it, right?
I mean, if you're a clean person, it ain't that hard. If you don't beat your wife, then you really don't have to get worried. Be worried about getting caught beating your wife.
You got a point there. You got a point there.
If you don't get like some of our Braves players and get rip roaring drunk on 285, you don't have to worry about a DUI.
Who was that?
Marcelo Ozuna.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah.
How
That was a
soon?
great
How
video.
recently?
Last year.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Was this
maybe,
after the
maybe 2 years,
championships?
maybe 2 years ago.
Was
Yeah,
after the championship?
I think so.
Nice. Well, I mean,
Yeah. Also, I love the fact that last night he tagged Will Smith at a catcher's helmet and he stood up like he was going to do something. Like Will Smith's like this big compared to Ozuna, who's like this big.
sure enough.
To me, if
That
you're-
needs to be a boxing match. Can we make that happen?
I'd love it.
I'd love to see
Like,
that.
if you're a catcher and you get hit in the head with a bat from a guy who is in the box, back up.
You're a little close.
It's your fault.
You're a little close. Yeah, that's kind of rough. I didn't know. Could you imagine a brawl at this point in the season? Aren't we like six
Almost.
games up? Are we up 6 games?
I think so.
Let's fact check. We got some fact checking
I'll tell
going
you real
on.
quick.
Give us just a second here.
Dodgers Braves starts in less than an hour.
Oh, they play tonight?
We got
God,
Philly
I'm getting
tomorrow.
informed.
I'm sorry, we got Philly Thursday night.
I'm learning.
We are 4.5 up on the Mets. We are tied with the Dodgers for the top post in the National League.
So we've come back to even square. I feel like we were up like 6 games just a couple weeks ago. We got swept.
We were way up for a while.
We were way
then we
up.
went to Toronto and they just beat our ass relentlessly. Is it right? It's freaking Toronto.
I was gonna ask what they bring to the table we wasn't ready for.
I guess everybody went out and ate a bunch of damn poutine before they played and they couldn't haul their sluggish fat asses around the bases.
I understand.
I don't know what
The
happened
life
to
of
us.
Raleigh, man.
Yeah. Hell, we were up last night 4-0 and then lost 8-6.
See, that's why I can't watch it. I'll go to bed mad.
Ah,
I can't say that
Irritating.
because I guess because of the amount of sports I played as a young man. I love sports,
Same.
but I will not lie to you. I will not let it dictate how I treat people or how I act in my day-to-day life if a team loses. Because especially at college, like 18 to 20-something-year-olds, like they got their whole lives ahead of them. You can't dictate the next week of your life based off of what they just did on Sunday or Saturday or Friday or whenever.
Dude, 20 years ago, if Georgia lost on a Saturday, my whole week was ruined.
That's a hard life to live, man.
Right.
That's a
Yeah,
hard
I
way to
figured
treat
that
yourself.
out.
That's a hard way to treat yourself. It really is.
Probably 10-ish years ago. Yeah.
Started
Nothing in my life
slow
changes.
burn.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I still
It burned. It sucks.
I still
I
root
have
hard
heard-
as hell, and I scream and holler and all that crap.
My
but
wife is a grad. I have no affiliation
Right.
with UGA outside of family members being affiliated or my wife. But I loved you. I mean, we 45 minutes from the stadium. We grew up with the culture. It's just a part of like our day to day. It's what we talk about. You know, it's what we do.
I'm a dog through
I'm
and
a
through.
dog
But
through and through.
again,
I can't let it dictate
if they
how I treat
lose,
people.
I'm still going to go sleep in the same bed, get up the next morning in the same house.
That's it.
Nothing's changed.
That's it. So to all of you out there, I love you. I'm not trying to tell you to change your entire life around. I'm just telling you to have a better Sunday through Friday. That's all I'm saying. Just have better days.
Just keep in mind the important things.
The important things, man. Speaking of the important things, how's the place going?
Good.
How's the lady? Everybody doing well?
Yeah, everybody's good. The cats are getting settled. They're exploring and
Is
all
this their
over the
first
damn
major
place.
move? The cats. I'm talking about the cats, people.
So Cat Zoe, take that one second.
I was about to say
Yeah.
that's a
There's a human Zoe. Cat Zoe has moved 4 times, I think. Twice since I've been around. She doesn't give a shit.
yeah.
Cat Zoe just, as soon as we let him out of the cage, she found her little spot in the sun, settled in. She didn't care. Kendall is the middle one. She's moved, I think, 3 times. Like she, it took her a day or 2, but she's fine.
Yeah.
Flo, my little idiot, this is her second move. She didn't come out from under the pile of blankets for 3 or 4 days. Like, Flo's a very scared cat, anyways.
It's rough on some of them.
Yeah. I mean, if she's sitting on your lap and you sound like you're gonna sneeze, like you take a deep breath.
Claws.
Oh, she just runs.
Does she dig before she dips? No.
No, we broke that habit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I got a cat named Wally. God, I don't even know how old Wally is now, but he's been around for a little bit. 10, 11, 12 years, something like that. But he's gone through about 15 moves, probably. Like, a cat's trapped.
just ain't shit to him
He
anymore.
just hops in the car. Wherever we pop out, he's good. Like, no worries. But that's Caroline's animal. And now we have Bandit, who is a double doodle that we got 9 months ago.
What the shit is a double
Double doodle is a Labradoodle and a golden doodle. So, golden retriever, doodle, parent. Labrador, doodle, parent. Those 2 parents make another double doodle. Is what it looks like a hunting dog, which is why I got it before you judge me too harshly. Secondly, it doesn't shed, which is why my wife wanted it,
That's
because
fair.
my dog will be in and out. Like, my dog's a part of the family.
That's fair.
So, it's been in the house. Caroline was like, it'll never sleep in the bed. Literally, we brought this puppy home, got in the house. I was like, all right, kennel up. Put him in the kennel. 30 seconds of him whining, and she was like, oh, just let him in the bed for the first night. That dog's been in my bed every night since. We're 9 months deep.
Yep.
But
You let it happen once.
that's it. And now he's a full-grown, like, 45-pound, he's not too big, but he's a medium-sized,
Yeah.
stocky dog. And sleeping in bed with him gets to be a trip because he's a human. Like, he's as comfortable as he could possibly be. He's in our house. But he is a part of the family. The kids love him. It's been a good responsibility thing for them.
Mhm.
Feeding the dog,
Sure.
take the dog out, watch after the dog.
See, that right there, what you just said is why I don't want one right now.
Responsibility?
Well, I mean,
Take the dog out.
that's part of it. That's the big one.
Take the dog
I
out.
had dogs growing up whole life, right? There was a couple of cats around here and there, but
Cats.
they were outdoor cats.
Cats.
I was like, cats, right?
Cats are only halfway tame as it is, bro.
That's fair. So when I was in Florida right before I came home. Well, not right before. Hell, God, what was it? May of 17. I was with a girl, had a cat and a dog, and I'm like, well, I like the dog. The cat just lives here. A little furry bastard grew on me.
They do somehow.
They do.
You sit down enough times in the house and they hop in your lap. You're
Mhm.
like, all right,
So
I got to do
I
something.
leave, I come back here, and I just don't have room or time for a dog. Hell, I didn't have anything for a while. Get hooked up with the current one. She already has 2 cats. Well, then COVID hits, and I don't leave the house for 3 months.
Yep.
And we fostered a lot.
Yep.
So the little baby one comes in, has they call it limping Khaleesi virus. That's what I said when I first
Interesting.
started. Yeah. It's treatable, but it can be fatal. And so for like 4 nights, I sat up all night long. It was mine and her sister. I sat up with them all night long. I had to put the little thermometer in places to get the temp. I had to crush up the little baby aspirin and like feed it to them bit
Good
by
on you,
bit.
man.
you know.
That's a lot of patience, man.
So I get them better. We ship them off to another foster. Flo's an idiot. She just is. She jumps from something, dresser or whatever, that's too high. She breaks her damn leg. So she comes back. We get the leg fixed. We send her back to a different place.
Mm-hmm.
She gets a little hurt. They were playing. She gets scratched. She gets a little abscess right here in her cheek or in her jaw.
Yeah.
That puffs up like
The
that
size
big.
of your hand, yeah.
So we bring her back, take her to the vet, get that drained. He stitches her up, and I was like,
I was about to say,
she's
third
not
time.
leaving again.
Third time.
She's here. That's it. She's not leaving. Period. If she goes again, they're gonna kill her. So she's been with me ever since. Her sister got adopted, but Flo's been mine. She's still just a clumsy idiot. Sweet as she can be, but she's an idiot and she's clumsy as hell. I
Congratulations on your newborn, man. That's
Well,
an amazing thing. She's what?
3 now.
Uh,
Yeah. But
So I do want to pop back to this fostering thing, because you kind of glossed just quickly. You fostered multiple animals during the COVID stint at your home?
yeah, a ton of cats.
Just cats?
Yeah. I mean, there were nights where...
How'd you end up doing this?
well, Tony was in a foster group when I met her.
Got you. Grandfathered in.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
COFAS, Circle of Friends, Animal Society of Athens.
Nice.
Um,
Are they affiliated? I know this might be a long shot here. Are they affiliated with that, like, exotic zoo that takes in animals and such like that? It's over near Athens
talking
area.
about Bear Hollow?
Yeah.
No, but one of their main fosters is the director of Bear Hollow.
Got you. That's awesome.
And if you ever get a chance to take a tour with her, it is fantastic.
Yeah.
She knows all the animals, but she also knows their personality, and so she will walk around, she'll talk to them like they're people, and she's not very nice when she does it. Like, she doesn't scream at the animals.
You talking about Bear Hollow lady?
Yeah.
We did the tour.
But, you got to get
We
the,
had
the
it with
real
kids.
one.
Yeah, we had it with kids. She
No,
didn't. She didn't do that one.
You do it with her after hours, and, she'll walk by and go, the owl or whatever. She's like, yeah, that's Bob. Bob's an asshole. Aren't you, Bob? And he's like, who? And he's like, fuck you too, Bob. Like,
So she knows
hilarious.
they have that relationship.
Oh yeah,
And it's
Yeah,
real.
She loves it,
It's not
but
just play.
No, it's so
a real
funny.
thing. That's cool.
But God, I mean, dude, we had 10 or 12 kittens in the house at any given time. Yeah, stay for a week or two, and then
I never will guess.
send 'em out.
Not that I don't take you for like a caregiving type person or
oh, it was very foreign to me when I
That's
started.
cool though. That's really cool.
3 months of sitting at the damn house, you had to have something to
You
do.
figure some things out. That's for sure.
Mhm.
I started some new endeavors during COVID,
Yeah.
like trying to expand. I mean, that's kind of where this
Yeah.
started. I started talking about trying to do a podcast around the COVID era. I guess we're only like a few months into it now, but
That's good. Everybody else just baked bread.
like literally,
Yeah.
like there was nothing else going on.
So, what got me on this trail to start with?
Yeah.
So remember in December, January, whatever it was, when it was like 9 degrees outside?
Yes.
So I have not had a dog since I moved back up here, just the cats. On that day when it was that damn cold outside, we were sitting on the couch and I was watching them walk outside with their dogs, shivering, bundled up to hell, screaming at the poor dog, would you please hurry up and go so we can go back inside? And at that time I heard one of the cats in the other room scratching at its box, and went, yeah, I'm good.
I'm solid.
I'm good. I don't even have to get out in the rain,
I've never
the cold,
experienced
none of
that exactly, but I could see how that would be tantalizing from one side
Yep.
to the other.
I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Because we haven't gone through the dead of winter. Well, I mean, I guess we can't. This winter wasn't that rough at times. I mean, there were moments of
That's
bitter.
a few days were pretty bad.
I stayed inside. That dog must have went out on his own. I will give it.
On the floor, he was an accident. It had nothing to do with the fact that I was not going outside.
Yeah, it's 3 degrees outside.
Right.
But I will give it to him. He is one of the more intelligent dogs that I have ever been around. By virtue of breed or just personality type or what, I'm not sure. Ow. But in the 9 months that we've had him, he's not, but once gave us a real scare. He ran off while he was at my grandmother's, and we out in the boonies of Dewey Rose, and their bird dog, who hunts and travels a lot, he and she took off into the woods, and then come the end of our little family endeavors and hanging out, we were like, Bandit! And there was no dog to be found, so we all took off in go-karts and golf carts and four-wheelers and cars, and it took about an hour to go.
Oh, hell.
We got lucky. There was a good Samaritan. I think I talked about this when I had Jeff come through, because it was the day that it actually happened. Oh,
She likes to wear her little cheerleader dress while we watch football.
look at you. That's awesome, man.
Oh, it gets better. Hang on. I gotta find
My
it.
man has got cat photos, ladies and gentlemen. I
Oh,
wish I
hell
could
yeah.
share these with you. That was a great. Let me give you a. Was it Gray Tabby? Is that a Tabby?
Yeah.
Gray Tabby in a Georgia uniform.
She also
Is that what uniform is that? Manning?
Lightning bolts.
Bolts.
Tampa.
Ah,
So I got it as a joke, right? I got her a little Tampa Bay
don't lie to
Bay
me. Don't
Lightning
lie to all
jersey.
of us. Don't lie to all of us.
Well, no, the first one, the Bolts jersey was a joke, right?
Yeah.
So I got that as a joke. That was 2020, so that's the year we got our second Stanley Cup. I made her put it on for at least like a minute before every single game that year, or during the playoffs.
Yep.
And we won the cup. So the next year, come playoff time, I'm like, okay,
Well, you gotta put the jersey
you gotta
on.
wear the jersey, right? Every single playoff game, she kept it on at least through the end of the anthem. Damn if we didn't win the cup again. So the following year,
Y'all listening out there?
look, man, I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. It's only crazy if it doesn't work.
Right.
So by the following year, all during the regular season, hell, it was in a box. I'd forgotten that we had, come playoff time, she finds it. So she's in there, she sticks her little paw through the opening in the box and is pulling at it. And is literally will sit there and cry until I put her jersey on and she gets up on the couch and sits down next to me and we sit there and watch hockey together. And she does
If that ain't worth free tickets,
right?
what's the hometown of this team?
Tampa.
Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa. If you ever see this, I got a buddy here. He's got a cat. They both deserve to be at that game because y'all won because of this cat. That's what I'm saying.
So since I've gotten her,
Yep.
all right, 2020, Bolts won the cup. Chase Elliott won the championship in NASCAR.
I didn't know you were a NASCAR guy.
It was the only
I
thing
grew
on.
up on NASCAR.
I did too, and then I kind of fell out of it. But then COVID, it's the only thing going on. Well, shit, I got to watch something.
You could sit in a car and drive around a racetrack without getting COVID. That was a thing. That
Right.
makes sense.
So it's kind of all there was.
That's what makes sense.
I watched that. Well, of course, you got to root for Chase because Dawsonville.
Yep.
So, hell, he won that year. That's kind of weird. Well, then we win the cup again.
Wait a minute.
Braves win the World Series.
Damn, you had a hell of a year, dude.
Dogs win. Dogs win again. And I'm going,
2-year stint, 3-year stint.
I got her in April of 2020. So in the last 3 years,
Last 3 years.
Tampa, Chase, Braves, Dogs.
You gotta keep this
Six
cat around.
championships since I've had her.
You got to keep this cat around.
Mhm.
That's a fact. That's got to happen.
Yep. So she's our little championship cat.
You think y'all ever come up here and watch a game?
Yeah, I've watched a few up here.
Yeah. We need to do that next
I was
time.
not here for the one when Andy busted his head on that flag or on that fan, unfortunately.
It's still, ladies and
Still
gentlemen.
got the
It's still
shit
got
on
the foam.
I love it.
All right, for those of you that don't know that story, I have to tell it real quickly. Was it the Georgia's first national championship game?
No, that was.
Was it a playoff?
God, when was that?
It was It was literally a final moment.
I was here for the Natty this year. Ohio State.
Yes, the game before.
It was New Year's Eve, Ohio State game.
And Andy was watching the game. He was bartending. I'd have to assume he was working. And
DJing too.
DJing. And between the DJ booth and the bar, he had a moment where Georgia had an exciting play. I think it was a final moments win kind of deal. And he went leaping through this bar. And the Sealam fans are only about 6'6" as it is. So when he leapt in the air, it caught him clean as it could, right in the forehead. And it about knocked him out.
Yeah, it wasn't a light
It
tap.
wasn't
It
a
was
light
it
tap.
was a shot from
I
that
watched
thing.
that video a couple
God,
times.
it was funny.
And Andy, in good fun, the guy's got the greatest sense of humor. He could watch it and laugh at himself and enjoy it. I think the better part was the
Mark Lilly and his
thank
folks.
you, Lilly,
Yeah.
Mark Lilly. I didn't want to mess up which plumbing guys it
Yeah.
was. Shout out Mark and the guys. They've actually helped me out a couple times at my home at 305 North Oliver. But they came through in an all-white jumpsuit outfit and had fan patrol on it.
Yeah.
And they actually bundled up the edges of the fan so Andy couldn't hurt himself anymore. That's classic. That's beautiful.
Good.
That's community, everybody. That's
Yeah.
what you need to look forward to. That's everybody working together to keep everybody safe.
That's a good way to give somebody shit
That's amazing.
and yet still
I'll
be
tell
kind
you
of
what,
cool
man,
about it.
We're going to come in and help you out. I'm going to protect you from yourself.
So good.
They might as well come in and put a helmet on it.
I'm surprised the fan's still up. I mean,
He rocked
ripped
it.
that thing.
Dude, he came through full send. Like, he was
Yep.
jumping, fist pumping, the whole nine. And then he didn't even slow down. He went
Oh,
and
yeah.
braked the bartending right after. He didn't even stop. I don't even think he took a moment. That was beautiful. He was
That was-
running his own plays in here.
That was the last seconds of the Peach Bowl this
Yes.
last year when Ohio State missed the kick. It was, I mean, the kick hooks left 3 seconds before he cracks his head on that thing.
Was that the ball drop?
Yeah.
That was the ball drop. That's right. Dang, Andy
'cause he
busted
was-
his head on the ball
He
drop.
was catching crap because they didn't have the ball drop on in here. And
That's
like, I
right.
don't give a shit about the ball drop.
That's been doing that every year. We ain't won the natty like this. Come on.
Mm.
Come on, guys.
No, I was here for the natty
That's awesome.
because I'd missed it the year before. Like I watched it. I was,
Watch
I,
it.
I was
Right,
at
right.
home.
Right, right.
Then
I don't think I've ever actually seen a national championship game publicly, like with people, like in a crowd, the
There-
whole crowd getting in on it.
There wasn't a lot of us here. I mean, it sucks on Monday nights. I mean,
Yes,
you know,
that's
everybody's
true.
got to go to work. But
True.
I think I called him on Sunday, I think, and asked him what they were doing. No, it wasn't Sunday. It was Monday. Oh hell, I was at the office, and I reached out to him, and hey,
Hungry.
and said,
We got 7 of us coming.
Oh, it's a good place for it.
Right here's the only place. Y'all got rid of the good table and put some little bitty round ones.
Isolation tables. But yeah,
I got some
so I
plastic
called
polo
him
tables.
or
Y'all
texted him
bring
from the
y'all
office. I
one
was at the office and texted him and
Donate
said,
to the cause.
I said, hey man, are you watching the game tonight?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. I said, well, y'all close up at 8. I guess you can watch it at home. He's, I don't know, man. Let me see. 15 minutes later, he texted me back. Or no, he sent me a link to the bar's Facebook. We open for the game tonight. Y'all come hang out. I said, baby, I'm there. I'm
on the
coming.
way.
I'm coming.
That's awesome, dude.
So I hung out down there. There was probably 10 or 12 of us in here.
Look, shout out to you for always pulling through when you say you're going to.
Coors Light.
I'll give it to you.
I
You
try.
are a man of your word. That is a fact.
I do my best.
We appreciate all that you got going on, man. We really do.
A lot of times it's just crap comes up and you can't do it, and that's when you feel bad.
You can't help it, man. Life happens. Every time we ever go to do this, I want you to know I appreciate it. Like I
No,
really do.
I'm glad to hang
Genuinely.
out, dude.
Everything that we get into on this podcast is all for what I hope to be just either a good conversation, a good hangout, or for the betterment of the community in some way.
Why not both?
Why not both? Why not both? But that's
Fried pickles,
that's pretty much it for
coffee
me,
and
man.
popper.
Yeah.
Like I do appreciate your time. I'm gonna wrap it up. We're probably gonna drink another beer and hang out for a little bit if that's
Yeah,
cool with you.
Yeah,
But
got a little time.
shout out to the Imperial and Myra over there, always giving us drinks and hanging out with us. We appreciate your time, guys. I hope this finds you blessed. That's another show, social therapy. Thank you. Have a wonderful
Bye.
day.
Cheese sticks, somebody eat.
That was fun. That shit was hot. Appreciate it, man. I like playing music. It's one of my favorite things to do.